I was around 21 years old and I went to a bar and I went over there to do comedy. I was still getting out of my shell. I was probably 450 pounds at the time. And I was wearing a too tight Muhammad Ali t shirt to where my lower belly was hanging out, some yellow tinted glasses, and cargo shorts with New Balance dad shoes. I get off stage, it goes okay. And I see this big old Native American woman. She's probably 450 pounds, but she's a lot shorter. She's like 5'5". And she's trying to get with this comedian, big old fat guy. And he's married. And so I see him point at me and she comes over. I'm sitting on the couch. I don't pay attention to her. I'm still very nervous around the opposite sex. And so I don't even register it. She sits next to me, puts her drink down, kisses me, first kiss. I don't know what to do. I'm nervous. I don't know what's going on. I don't find her very attractive. And she says, "I'ma change your life, young." She gets up, waddles away. Everyone mingles, hangs out, whatever. I end up going outside to get a breather. I'm out there for a little bit talking to people. She comes out and she says, "I'm about to change this life tonight." You know, I'm not super into the whole showing and telling and all that. And so we end up just leaving. I'm broke as a joke. I didn't expect this to happen. She's like, "Where are we going to go?" And I was like, I don't, like, I live with my grandma, bro. Like, I don't know what you want to do. And and she's like, "Well, we could go there." And I'm like, "I'm not gonna fuck a chick in my grandma's house. Like, that's just not really what I'm gonna do." And so I go back to my grandma's, I go in the crib, and it's like 3 in the morning, and I don't feel good about this. But I go in, I'm like, "Hey, grandma, wake up. Hey, hey, grandma." She wakes up, like, "What? What's going on?" I say, "Grandma, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little drunk. I'm trying to get my dick wet." She's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get my dick wet. Can I have some money for a hotel? Like, I wanna be a man." And she's like, What? No, what? Huh?" I was like, "Come on, please." Like, she's ready to go. Like, my grandma's gangster, dog. She's a real one. Gave me 150 bucks. Get in the car. She's not super stoked about it. We get in the car and we drive downtown and I just find like a Motel 6. We go in, check in, whatever. And the whole process is just kind of, it was uncomfortable. The guy was snickering. We go up to our room. She walks in. She says, "I'm going to go freshen up." I stand there. I am trembling nervous. I'm shaking at this moment. And I don't know what to do with myself. I think about just bouncing. And I hear her lay the meanest fucking chart ever. I mean, that bitch was making meatloaf. Like a shit to this very day, I have never come close to hearing it or producing it or recreating it in any way, shape, or form. Rips it, comes out, fist to face, burps in fist, and says, "Okay, let's do this." And I distinctly remember her standing like Peter Griffin naked. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a young man, never even seen this in real life, and so I go feral. I pick this large woman up and I lay her on the bed and I go down. Immediate fish, immediate salty spittoon, immediate disgusting. I thought it was normal. I had no frame of reference. I just, I didn't know. I was like, okay, I guess this is it. I didn't know that good pussy tastes like the heat from the back of a PS5. So, I proceed to vomit on the side of the bed. She doesn't notice. It's very quiet, very demure, and I go back to it. I'm a savage. The vomit mixed with the vagina taste is not super ideal, but I get the job done. I get up, I stick it in for a little bit. It's whatever. Hot dog down the hallway and the whole 9 yards. And so I ask her, I'm like, "Hey, can you sit on my face? I just want to try it. I saw it in porn. What are you gonna do?" She says, "I can. I don't know if that's a good idea though." The only logical thought in this entire story. I say, "I don't care. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out." And so I lay down and she stands over and she tries squatting, but she buckles and just halfway down just plants on my face. And at first it's cool, I'm already used to the taste, whatever. Not great, but whatever. Um And then I'm going in and I tap her leg. I'm like, okay, tapping out. Nothing. Tap, tap, tap. Still nothing. She's like scooting, trying to get up, but her legs aren't strong enough and she's drunk. And so I'm like, okay, tap, 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 tap. Like it's been about 10, 15 seconds now. I'm running out of air. And she's like, I can't get up. I'm having trouble. And so now I'm like smacking her thigh, smacking, smacking, smacking. Now I'm throwing left hook, right hook, left hook, right hook. I'm blacking out. Like I see the corners of my eyes start to darken. And I very distinctly remember thinking, damn, this is a really fucked up way to die. And I throw one more good left hook into her ribs and I black out. I'm out and I wake up and she's like shaking me like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Like, "Oh my God, I was so worried." And I'm like, I'm trying to regain my bearings and I'm alive. I'm good. I'm not dead. Let's get back to it. I ain't finished yet. So we go, I finish, whatever, pretty mediocre at best. And so we go to sleep. She snores. It's 4 a.m., maybe 4:30 at this point. She snores like a wildebeest, and I have sleep apnea, and I couldn't sleep without my mask. I just couldn't do it. And so I get up and I don't say anything, but I walk to the door and she's like, "Where are you going?" I say, "I'm gonna go get some burritos at IHOP." That's important to the story. They don't serve burritos at IHOP. That's the part that's important to the story. So I get in the car, drive around downtown for a little bit, and I start streaming twitch.tv/badmanrandy. I don't really stream very often at all, so don't worry about it. But someone who I've known for a long time in Twitch, and I've met them in real life actually, probably HIV is his name. He convinces me as I'm sitting in the car to just drive home. Fuck her. Drive home. She sucks. I'm like, all right, okay, yeah. And I'm driving home. I'm a pimp. I'm a pimp. I can do this. I can do this. I get home. He's like, all right, good night, pimp. You did a good job. I get inside, turn off the stream, immediately feel terrible, hop back in the car and drive back to the Motel 6. She's standing in the parking lot naked. I get out and I say, "What the fuck are you doing? Get inside." And she's like, "I was worried. I didn't know where you were." I was like, "Get the fuck inside. We're gonna get arrested." So she goes back inside and I just lay there until morning. We get in the car. She fucking puts gas in my car, which was pretty nice. And then I drive her back to the bar, gets in her car. We say our goodbyes. The following week, there's another open mic, same situation. I have a flask of Wild Turkey 101. And I'm there with my friend. Comes up, grabs my flask, drinks the entire thing, and says, "Hey, everyone, this ate my pussy last night. And I'm very embarrassed. I don't like shit like that, even today. And it was just a bad experience, but we're chilling, whatever." Um, I'm sitting there and I hear an argument between a comedian and her, and I don't even remember what it was about, but they're beefing, and I have some video that I'll be showing here. Um, she like calls her sister, and her sister pepper sprays the comedian, and it's a big scene and it's chaotic and they're fighting, and he's from New York and is wearing a Little Rascals hat. It's very bizarre. Um, and they end up leaving. It was a whole situation. Um, Karaoke is after the open mic, and so we sing karaoke. And as I'm on stage singing "Soul Man" by the Blues Brothers, I hear a brick went through the window and hit a comedian in the leg. He's bleeding. There's a hole in the window of the bar. And I'm like, let's just go. Like it's over. It's not even fun anymore. I end up texting her the following day, just being a little cheeky and saying, "Hey, you trying to get drinks later?" And she says, "No, I don't want a man that can't defend my honor. You're a bitch or whatever." I'm like, "Oh, well, fucking equal rights, equal fights." And she ends up texting me my address. And I live with my grandmother at the time, and it's my grandma, it's Gam Gam. And she says, "Oh, sorry, I meant to send that to someone else." And I said, "If you or anyone else shows up here unannounced, I will fucking fuck you up." and I block her.